Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here with the Smackdown 5-point preview for September 10th, 2015. And it turns out the main event is going to be a 6-man tag. What do you know? Smackdown having a tag team match playa in the main event, but we're going to have The Shield having to go out there and try and recruit who their mystery tag team partner for Night of Champions is going to be. And they're going to be able to try out their 6-man team going up against The New Day. Going in there, the tag team titles are not going to be on the line, but I think definitely the story more than likely is going to be, who that mystery partner of The Shield is going to be. We saw The Shield go out and openly recruit Randy Orton on Monday Night Raw, and immediately after Randy Orton's match against Sheamus, the Wyatts came down and attacked Randy Orton, laying him out, which I think is going to be the start of an injury storyline for Randy Orton before he's able to return at Night of Champions. I know that there's been rumors out there of Baron Corbin being the guy to debut and come in with the Shield. And honestly, when you think about it, they can sort of fit in with that cool, sleek sort of look of the Shield, replacing Rollins and making this a 6-man team again. I know that Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose really have an upside, but honestly, in my mind, you would think that Reigns and Ambrose are more than likely both going to be guys that you're thinking have a chance to win the Royal Rumble. More Reigns than anybody else. Maybe they're trying to reinstate what was supposed to be WrestleMania 31 of Reigns becoming the guy. Definitely, you can see a lot of improvement in Roman Reigns, and I think the crowd is started to really get behind this guy again. I think that honestly, in my mind, the Royal Rumble's cursed to the point that it doesn't matter who wins this thing. The Rock could come back and win this damn thing, and I think people would still be upset over who's going to win it. But honestly, I don't think The Rock would get booed. But he got booed last year. But whoever the winner is, if there's somebody on the current roster that's not somebody not making a return that we haven't seen in a long time, I don't think, anybody's going to do it. They booed Batista. They booed Roman Reigns. I think they're going to boo anybody else. But when it comes down to it, I don't think it matters who wins this match. The New Day, they don't really need a win. They're more than likely going to beat the primetime players on Monday Night Raw and then go on and fight the Dudleys at Night of Champions. And what happens there is whatever happens there. Definitely in my mind, I don't think this matters who wins this match, whether if they might not even have a finish. The guaranteed thing was going to happen is that basically Jimmy Uso, who is normally the SmackDown guest announcer, because they needed to find a role for him after Jay being injured, and maybe they didn't think that it made a lot of sense for Jimmy to be wrestling in singles matches, or maybe they just didn't know where to put him. When Cesaro's tag team partner Tyson Kidd got injured and he broke his neck, he was lucky enough to get back into singles action, but maybe Vince thought that it would be confusing for a tag team guy to go singles, and then maybe get some wins, and then once his brother came back, toss him back to being in a tag team again. But one way or another, they found a way to get him back on TV, and it makes sense to put him in this. Basically, if you've watched the Usos documentary, 6 hours to Houston, or is it 10 hours? It's some hours to get to Houston, where basically they go there with Umaga. Was it Umaga or was it Rosie? Shit, one of them in the family picked them up and drove them to Houston to get trained at Booker T's school. And, from there they talk about, playing football side by side with Roman Reigns, being, real close-knit family members. And here they are. As far as I can remember, these guys have fought each other in matches. If you remember, the reason why the Usos paint their face is because they get tired of beating the Shield. And they decided if they started painting their face, they would probably be more scary and intimidating. And it really helped them get over, honestly, in my mind. But, I think honestly the Wyatts are going to come out. They're going to abduct Jimmy. It's probably the last time we're going to see him. He hasn't been that great of an announcer on SmackDown. He doesn't even really say much, a lot of people say. But it'd probably be one of the last times we see this guy until the Usos are 100% healthy and ready to return as a team. And we're going to have to keep that question going. Who is the mystery tag team partner going to be for the Shield? I think that's what the story of SmackDown is going to be.